Good morning, guys. Grocery haul Friday is here. I just checked my grocery receipt. $144.33. I still can't find my tripod. My battery's fully charged today though, so I'm going to show you what I've got, and then we're going to talk about stockpiling, because I have started my stockpile this week. It's only small, but it's a start. So if you're starting out in your stockpile, stay tuned. I'm going to talk through what I've purchased and how I'm going to start my stockpiling. There has definitely been a lot of things out of stock, and there have definitely been some price increases on things. So I think now is a great time to look at online shopping, click and collect or delivery, because there are codes going around. Shop the sales. When you check out, you can make sure your budget is bang on track. My budget is $150. We've increased it to about $150. I might need to go $160. I don't want to at this stage. I managed to get it under, and I literally filled my shopping cart online and then pulled things out to get me under budget. It's a great way to do it. And there are discount codes this week for Coles and Woolworths. If you know of any other ones, share them in the comment section below, but I do know that Coles have one next week. Stay tuned for next week's video, and I'm going to show you how I stockpile using discount codes. Let's get into our groceries for this week. Milk. I wanted to buy 3 of these, but there is a restriction for only 2. So I will need to pop out and grab another one of these towards the end of the week. Bread, as per usual. My son's loving having sandwiches. I'm going to try and move him into some, instead of just having Vegemite sandwiches, I'm going to try like some ham on the weekend, some cheese sandwiches, and to see if we can upgrade a little bit and make the sandwiches a bit more filling for him. Treat for me was some raisin toast. This was on sale. I just love raisin toast, smothered with like that much butter on it. So good. Eggs. I have not been able to get eggs for almost 2 weeks, so I'm lucky I was managed to get these ones. I did grab some salami that was on sale this week. I'm actually going to do a cheese board. I haven't got any of the cheese. It's like a part of our going out budget where we're going to have at home, sit on our deck, look at our new view. So I grabbed some salami to do a cheese board. I grabbed corn Silverside this week. I haven't had it in the longest time. I've definitely noticed the pricing has gone up. I think I used to pay $9 or $11 a kilo. That was $14 a kilo. It's a very small piece of meat, but I can make it work for dinners. The only thing is, I cannot get my hands on white vinegar at the moment. I think everyone has been buying it to help kill mold with the recent floods and that kind of thing. I usually do bay leaf, corn peppers, brown sugar, water, vinegar, and a orange rind, and do like a really nice slow cooked corned beef. So as soon as I can get my hands on some white vinegar, that will become dinner, and then leftovers sliced up on sandwiches with some pickle. Do I have pickle? We had a problem with our fridge and we had to literally gut all of my condiments. I don't have pickles. You guys know the pickle I'm talking about. I don't have any pickle. Okay, I'm gonna have to buy some. That's okay. It's alright. I can make it work. Butter, olive spread this week. Pringles were on sale. They're a treat for little man's lunch boxes. Muesli bars were on sale. They're a treat for lunch boxes. Jatz crackers were on sale. They're like a cheese tomato cracker snack or a lunchbox snack. My kids have never had shapes unless they've been to like a birthday party. My kids have never had shapes. I've just never thought to grab them, to be honest, and they were half price, and I was like, I'm gonna try some different foods. I'm not gonna lie, it's convenient if you're not a cook or a bake and don't have muffins or make little pancakes and that kind of thing. No judgment. I don't think there's anything wrong with buying some things when they're on sale and putting them into a lunchbox. My son loves pretzels and they were on sale, so I grabbed those there. And this massive 30-pack of cans of Coke was, I think, half price, so I think I saved $20 and I paid $21.75 for it, I think. So a big chunk of the groceries went there. If I didn't grab the Coke, my grocery bill would be like $120, which I think is a really good price point. I'm starting my stockpile. When I make spaghetti bolognese, I use a pasta sauce. This is the cheapest pasta sauce and it's actually really nice. And 2 tins of tomatoes, and then I grate like a zucchini, put onion in it, put some grated carrot in it. Sometimes I put in like grated broccoli and really beef it up. So I have got everything to make a spag bowl. I am not going to cook a spaghetti bolognese this week. This week I'm going to put this into the cupboard to start my stockpile. Next week, I'm going to grab the exact same thing, and then I'm going to make my spag bowl dish. So I've got my stockpile started here, and then next week I will do my cook to do a big batch of spaghetti bolognese. I could have grabbed everything I needed this week. I'm going to do it in stages with you guys because I know how expensive groceries are becoming. And an 80-cent tin of tomatoes can actually mean a lot to some people to be able to afford or not be able to afford. So this week, instead of having spaghetti bolognese for dinner, I'm just going to do like a really gourmet toasted sandwich. We might do ham, cheese, tomato, onion toasted sandwiches for dinner one night. I'm going to have the corned beef over there. That's all the protein I have bought this week. I'm going to scan through. Now keep in mind, I literally gutted a lot of this stuff out for when we moved. I've got mince there. Maybe I'll do tacos this week. We do have some lettuce, so maybe I'll do like a taco this week. I've got some crumbed chicken we were going to eat the other night and we didn't, so I might do like a, actually I can't because I don't have any homemade tomato sauce. Let's just do some crumbed chicken and some veggies this week. I do have chicken mince, which is technically going to be for the dog, but I could cook that for us, but I will keep it for the dog. These are some chicken fingers I got for the kids. They're a Coles brand a while ago. They don't love them, but I do have those. I have got meat pies, which we had last night for dinner, and then I've got a bunch of frozen fruit and veg in there. So we could do meat pies for dinner. I think what I might even do is like a bit of a veggie bowl. Cook up a big thing of rice. Like, oh, I'm empty. I'm absolutely empty in my freezer. It's mainly bread. So I might do like a big veggie bowl this week. I've got Brussels sprouts from the other week that look a bit sad. That spinach looks a bit sad. I have got carrots there. I've got beans that I haven't taken out the bag from the other night. What else have we got? I actually bought a coleslaw thing the other day. So I could do that chicken mince, cook it up in some soy sauce and some honey garlic, and then toss through this crunchy bag mix here that I didn't use. I was in Woolies and I grabbed that, and then I grabbed these lettuce things here that I didn't use and make some lettuce cups out of them. I could do that for dinner one night. I've got corn. We could add that to the veggie bowl mixture for the night. To be honest, it has been so hot we could just have cereal. For 2 nights in a row we just had cereal for dinner. It was that stinking hot where we are. So to do a stockpile and keep within your budget, you're gonna have to tighten up what you're having for dinners or lunches or breakfast sometimes, and that's okay, because after a few weeks you're gonna have things in the pantry where you can start to purchase things. If you are very tight on a budget, look at purchasing all the things you can that are really cheap, on sale at your supermarkets that offer some great discounts, and then maybe you need to go to your farmers markets or your butchers and maybe you can get meat at a cheaper price point. I do know that Costco's, when you buy bulk, can actually work out a bit cheaper, but you need the Costco membership, and in my opinion it's not cheap. But if you're getting petrol and you're going there regularly, it kind of works out. You're just going to be smart about what you shop at with the Costco's. There's Aldi's, there's IGA's, there are even those $2 stores like the Reject store. You can pick up sometimes things like this at those Reject stores that are reduced right down, even things like washing powder or dishwashing tablets and those sort of things. So get a bit smart about it. Watch your spendings though, so don't spend $20 there, 30 there and 100 here and lose track of where your money is going. I like doing it all at once, because I've got my bill, and then any leftovers I can pop out and literally go and grab a few other bits and pieces for the week. Apples, son's lunch boxes, zucchini for dinner this week, 2 cucumbers, broccoli, blackberries, rock melon. Not loving the rock melon, it's a very pale orange, so I'll see how the flavor tastes. I'm not blaming anyone, it's just how it was growing. Watermelon looks really nice, and then a bunch of nectarines, peaches, apples, an orange that I'll cut up, bananas, and some kiwi fruit. My son's loving kiwi fruit. And I'm going to try and do more of a fruit salad. Instead of just giving him like a bunch of blackberries and some watermelon, I'm going to mix in your cheaper fruits. I mean, out of all of that, the cheapest is probably, I think these were $3.50 a kilo, with some of more the expensive fruits to stretch it out. So that's my plan with the groceries there this week. Now let me go back and talk about dinners. I'll give you some ideas for dinners this week. There is nothing wrong with doing toast for dinner. I'm talking about if you're really on a budget but wanting to build a stockpile and you're wanting to put these into the cupboard and not use it for the week, you're just going to have to get more creative with your dinners for that week. So you can save these for next week. When you buy more for next week, you'll then have a stockpile sitting there. I'm going to show you, I've got stuff kind of spread out everywhere because my cupboard, like pantry, it's so small compared to what I had, and I still got to organize a few things around. Like that's my herbs and spices, my baking stuff, and then a bunch of things down there. And this is just stock up of like pastas and teas and taco kits and that kind of thing there. So I've got sugars and salts and sugars and more stuff sitting in those containers down there. Up the top is just random containers. Breakfast, can't forget the 2-minute noodles over there. But when it comes to like tins and pantry stuff, I don't have a lot to probably make some meals. I've got some baby corn spears. I could do like a stir fry, a vegetarian stir fry. I've got these I purchased ages ago and never used. So I could do some grated carrot or shredded carrot. I could do some broccoli head, like little broccoli heads. I've got a zucchini up there. I've got carrots in the fridge, onion, baby corn spears. I've got a sauce there. I could maybe even add in like some lentils for protein to beef it up, or some beans up the back there. I could do my taco kit this week. I've got mince in the freezer. I've got a taco kit, and I could beef that up even further and put in like some bean mixtures into that. I've got some red beans up the back there. You can literally see we just chucked everything into our pantry. If I was to be doing some cooking this week for the kids, I try and always have like tinned fruit. So I've got mangoes and I've got pears. I could do like some muffins. I always have flour, sugar, eggs, butter, tinned fruit. I can easily make some muffins for the week, or I could do like some yogurt. I've got yogurt left over from last week. I could do like yogurt, some tinned fruit, and maybe like some granola or something like that there. There's also nothing wrong with switching up your snack options as well. I think it's perfectly fine to have like a tin of peaches or pears for a snack. I literally do that all the time. You could get, I've got chickpeas down the back in there. You can actually, oh no, they're beans. Do I have chickpeas? If I had chickpeas, you can drain chickpeas, dry them out, and then roast them in like a bunch of like herbs and spices, and they're actually a really nice snack to have. So tin stuff, these are just the Coles home brand. I think they're like 80 cents a tin or something. They are so handy to have. The other thing that I really like to have, one, because it's handy, and two, it's just a great price point, doesn't go off, and I can keep it in my fridge forever, is frozen fruit and veggies. I've got frozen strawberries, frozen passion fruit. I've got peas and corn, mixed veggies that I use for the dog, but mixed veggies there. I did have broccoli and cauliflower in here as well, but mixed veggies, frozen veggies, sometimes are a lot cheaper than buying your fresh ones. If you prefer fresh ones, grab a little bit of both. Create your stockpile in your freezer so you've got it as a handy backup in case you don't get paid one week, your hours get reduced, something happens, a bill comes up, you've got frozen veggies, and then just buy a slightly less amount of veggies for your groceries for the week. I'm hoping some of those tips have helped. I'm going to turn you back around. Again, I still can't find half the stuff from moving. I'm going to try and see you guys just here. How's that looking? So that's a couple of tips on how to straight away be starting a stockpile. You can't have, I don't know, is this going to sound really rude, and how to going to say it. You can't have a great dinner every night if you're on a really strict budget and you're trying to create a stockpile. Something has to give. And I don't think there's anything wrong with a toasted sandwich. I always say at the end of the day, if your belly's full, that's a really good thing. So long as you're not eating like chocolates and milkshakes and crap food all the time. Starting a stockpile, if you are on a really strict budget, but you're trying to get ahead, you're trying to cater for days that you're going to have a bad week, or a bill comes up, or you're saving for something and you're just trying to get ahead a little bit, you're going to have to sacrifice something else. You can't do the same thing and try and add more in and get a better or different result. It's going to cost you more. That's your different result. You're not going to improve in any way, in my opinion. So I hope that helped. I hope that gave you some tips in some way. I need to get my groceries put away. I still need to find somewhere to hang my board. I'm finding it really frustrating not being organized. I'm actually thinking of maybe swapping to like my smaller size board, and then I can stick it against my pantry and have a look at it, because I actually want to start writing up my dinners again. I have found in the past 4 weeks of the house, the floods, moving and school and all that kind of stuff, I have missed my structure, I have missed my routine, and I have missed planning. I missed almost missed paying a bill for my son's excursions, but the school just called and said, you've missed the bill, you signed the consent form, just need to pay it. I was like, yep, here you go. But on my board, everything is like planned out. I'm an organized person. So what I've been doing now is I'm writing things on my phone, then I'm writing things on a piece of paper, and it's just getting really confusing. So one system I like to use, I write things down, I plan things better. If you're wanting to budget, if you are having to really tightly budget, I think having something visual, written on a wall, written in a book, in your phone, instead of being in your memory, actually really helps. I can plan things a lot better. I know that we need to save next week's budget. Start looking at what you need to put down. Make your list. Go on and have a look. Are there discount codes? Is the local corner store going to be a bit cheaper for you this week? What are some really cheap dinners you can make? Are eggs really cheap at the moment, and you can just make like an egg omelette and put in a bunch of veggies and make a frittata out of it or something? Is there some home brand items that are like on clearance that you can stock up on? Are there different foods that you could try? Could you go vegetarian for a few days? There are lots of options, but you have to change what you're currently doing so you can get ahead and go back to what you were doing and have things sitting in your pantry for those moments of, I don't have enough money to pay for that, or I don't want to go to the shops, or the shops have sold out of something and it's not available. I can't get it because it's happening a lot at the moment. The past couple of years with the pandemic, we're going through floods, restrictions, we can't get foods in, people are running out because they're panic buying. All that kind of stuff has happened in the past 2-3 years. So I definitely think stockpiling is a smart thing to do. Not rushing out and empty the stores. I could have bought 10 jars of those whole tomatoes, although there's probably restrictions on that. But that's not fair to other people who need it as well. If you're a large family, that's different, but I don't need it. I want to slowly build a stockpile with you guys that are also going to start the journey and build a stockpile. Next week, I'm going to talk about the discount codes at Coles and Woolies and other places and how I use that to stockpile. And then after that, we're going to start talking about how to make your meals more attractive when you are on a budget. So that means herbs and spices and lots of flavors to add more interest to potentially a really bland meal. I hope you enjoyed the video. I need to get this put away. I forgot to share with you guys, there is more. I actually have ice cream. I have 5 liters of ice cream sitting in my freezer. It was too hot to sit on the bench this long. So I do have a Paul's ice cream, like a massive tub of white vanilla ice cream. I just thought jelly and ice cream for dessert, ice cream with sprinkles for dessert, ice cream and milkshakes, just a bit of a treat. Vanilla's a great way to do it because I can do a bunch of things with it. I think I had, I don't know, I did have Choc Top as well sitting in the cupboard, so you know, a nice treat for the children instead of buying like a pre-made cornetto or an ice cream that are like $6 for 6 of them. I got the ice cream, it was on sale as well. That's where my extra discounts came from. I'm gonna leave it there. I have groceries to put away, I have a cup of tea to make, I have this video to edit, I have some raisin toast to cook as well. We'll talk soon, guys. Bye.